Athletic-owned Barça, Nico Williams' transfer officially collapsed. Manchester United close to signing Denzel Dumfries. Real agreed to sell Rodrygo to Arsenal. Transfer fee already known. All of this and more in today's episode. Newcastle United has made a strong move. The club has officially submitted a £55 million bid for Anthony Elanga, and negotiations with Nottingham Forest have now entered an active phase. This is the Magpies' third attempt to sign the Swedish winger. Previous offers of £45 million were rejected, but now the St James Park club is serious about closing the deal. Forest, who acquired Elanga for £12 million in 2023, is willing to consider a sale if the amount approaches £60 million, considering a 15% sell-on clause for Manchester United. Elanga had a brilliant season, 6 goals and 11 assists in the Premier League, helping Forest finish 7th and qualify for the Conference League. The player himself is open to the move and has close ties with Newcastle players, in particular with Alexander Isak and William Osula, who is even called Agent Osula by fans for his activity on social media. This transfer is very important for Eddie Howe, as Newcastle has already lost João Pedro and Liam Delap to Chelsea. Williams' transfer to Barcelona officially collapsed. Athletic owned the Catalans in front of all of Europe. This is not just a contract signing, it's a symbolic victory for Athletic over Barcelona. Nico Williams, the Catalans' main transfer target for the summer, has signed a new deal with the Basques until 2035, putting a definitive end to the months-long saga. And he did it spectacularly, through a video where he signs a mural dedicated to himself, with the words, "I am where I want to be. This is my home." Barça, who had already agreed personal terms with the player, could not guarantee his registration in La Liga due to financial restrictions. Athletic seized the moment and not only kept their star, but also increased his release clause by more than 50% to approximately €100 million. This is a strategic blow to a rival who was left with nothing. Athletic called it Athletic Win, and it's not just a hashtag, but open trolling of Barça, who for the second time in 2 years failed to complete a transfer. What's next? Barcelona is now forced to shift its attention to Marcus Rashford, who openly wants to leave Manchester United. But even here, it's not simple. The club can only afford a loan, not a permanent transfer. Other options include Luis Diaz or a return to the idea of Abde. Friends, Athletic really humiliated Barça here. What do you think? Manchester United is close to signing Denzel Dumfries, all thanks to a clause in his contract that allows the player to be bought out by mid-July for a fixed €25 million to be paid in one lump sum. The Dutchman had an incredible season for Inter, where he scored 11 goals and provided 6 assists as a wingback, and is now ready for a new challenge. In England, under the guidance of Ruben Amorim, United has already contacted the player's agent, Jorge Mendes, and sees Dumfries as a strategic reinforcement on the right flank of defence, where Nusser Mazraoui is currently the primary option. Signals from within the Red Devils structure indicate that the club wants to close the deal as quickly as possible while the clause is active. The club is impressed by the player's physicality, attacking skills, and Champions League experience. This transfer could become one of the smartest financial decisions of the summer for the club, an ideal combination of experience, effectiveness, and price. Arsenal has received the green light for Rodrygo's transfer, and this could be one of the most high-profile moves of the summer. According to Football 365, Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso will not obstruct the transfer if a suitable offer is made, approximately £75 to £80 million. The reason is Rodrygo's dissatisfaction with his role in the team, where he has found himself overshadowed by Mbappe, Vinicius, and Bellingham. His father and agent have already expressed disappointment, and the player himself has only played 23 minutes under Alonso. Arsenal, actively seeking a left winger, has already held talks with Rodrygo's representatives and is ready to make an official offer of over €90 million after the Club World Cup. Arteta sees him as a dream for the left flank, and it is likely that Gabriel Martinelli will have to leave the Gunners. Al-Nassr is already preparing a £73 million offer for the Brazilian. The Saudi club envisions the Brazilian winger at Arsenal, alongside Cristiano Ronaldo and Sadio Mane in attack. By the way, Al-Nassr is ready to offer Maritnelli a salary of €20 million per year, almost triple his current deal. Interestingly, Rodrygo has already informed Real of his desire to leave, opening the door for Arsenal, who are also negotiating for Eze and Gyökeres. If all three transfers happen, it will be a revolution in the Gunners' attack. Friends, just imagine what Arsenal will be like. Rodrygo will occupy the left wing of attack, his natural position, where he can cut inside and play as an inverted forward. In the centre, the incredible Gyökeres. He's a pure number 9, a target man around whom the entire final third revolves. From the right flank, the unwavering attacking leader Saka, who, together with Rodrygo, can form one of the most technical winger pairs in the Premier League. In midfield, Ødegaard and Eze will provide creativity, while Declan Rice along with Zubimendi will solidify the balance in the centre. What do you think of such an Arsenal? Juventus is seriously committed to the transfer of Jadon Sancho, and instead of a direct purchase, the Italian giant is offering Manchester United a major swap deal. The English winger's salary, which is about €120,000 per week, remains the main obstacle, but the Red Devils are ready to partially cover it to facilitate the deal. Sancho has already agreed to a move to the Old Lady, and now everything depends on United's choice. Juventus has offered 3 players in exchange. Dusan Vlahovic, a classic centre-forward who could solve problems in the final third. Douglas Luiz, a midfielder who has not proven himself since his move from Aston Villa, but has experience playing in the Premier League. And Timothy Weah, a versatile winger capable of covering the flanks both in attack and defence. This is a rather interesting exchange. Juve certainly wants to acquire Sancho, but whether Man Utd needs any of the proposed trio is an interesting question, so we will monitor the further development of events. Despite loud statements about supporting women's football, UEFA is again demonstrating a striking difference in prize money. At the Women's Euro 2025, which started on July 2nd in Switzerland, €41 million in prize money will be distributed, a record for women's tournaments, but still 8 times less than at the Men's Euro 2024, where teams shared €331 million. Each of the 16 participating national teams will receive a fixed sum of €1.8 million for participation. For winning a group, €100,000 is awarded. For a draw, €50,000. In the best-case scenario, if a team wins all matches and secures the title, it will receive a maximum of €5.1 million. For comparison, the winner of the Men's Euro could earn up to €28.25 million, and even group stage participants received more than most women's national teams for the entire tournament. For the first time in history, UEFA has obligated national associations to give 30 to 40% of the prize money to female players, which is an important step towards recognizing their contribution, but the total amount still looks modest against the backdrop of the growing popularity of women's football, record TV ratings, and full stadiums. UEFA promises to invest €1 billion in the development of women's football by 2030, but for now, the savings on prize money seem to contradict the stated ambitions. Friends, I'm very curious, does anyone watch women's football? Please write your answer in the comments. I think it will be very interesting to read. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Keep watching for more football action and have a wonderful day.